Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how we're always geeking out about the latest marketing trends? Well, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the wild world of influencer marketing.
And let me tell you, things are about to get really interesting.
No kidding, we're talking serious growth, mind-blowing tech, and a whole new playbook for reaching your audience.
Absolutely. If you're not paying attention to influencer marketing, you're missing out on a huge opportunity.
No exaggeration there. But before we go any further, let's give a shout out to the brains behind today's deep dive behavior crew. They've got this awesome report out, Influencer Marketing Trends and Analysis 2024. It's packed with insights.
Oh yeah, Marcin Tabetsky, the founder, he's like a walking encyclopedia of digital marketing knowledge, based in Poland, but his insights are global.
Totally. And one of the things that jumped out from the report, brace yourselves, the sheer size of this market.
Yeah, we're not talking small potatoes here. I mean, get this. Influencer marketing is projected to hit almost $20 billion this year.
This year. And it doesn't stop there, right?
Right.
By 2030, we're looking at over $500 billion.
Trillion. With a T. It's mind-boggling.
It's bigger than some countries' GDPs.
Yeah.
It really hits you with the sheer scale of where this is all heading.
Right. It makes you wonder, what's fueling this rocket ship?
Well, it's a perfect storm, really. You've got e-commerce exploding, traditional advertising losing its grip. People just aren't buying it like they used to.
And into that void steps the influencer.
Exactly. It's that human connection, that feeling of getting a recommendation from someone you actually trust, someone who
Yeah.
seems like a friend.
Totally.
And that's the key word, isn't authenticity.
Totally. But it makes you think, how do you define real these days when you've got AI influencers in the mix?
Whoa, hold on. We're going there already.
Gotta stay ahead of the curve, right?
Okay, fair point. But before we go full sci-fi, let's ground this. We can't talk about authenticity without mentioning this little nugget from Behavior Crew's report.
Hit us with it.
Nearly 90%, that's 0% of consumers say they distrust inauthentic influencers.
Ouch. That's gotta sting for some brands out there.
Big time. It's not just a statistic, it's a wake-up call. Authenticity is everything.
Consumers, especially younger generations, can sniff out a fake a mile away. They're looking for genuine connection, real recommendations, not just another sales pitch disguised as a friendly post.
Okay, so we've got this whole influencer marketing thing exploding, AI shaking things up, and authenticity reigning supreme. But let's get down to brass tacks. What are the trends actually shaping how brands are using this stuff in 2024?
It's a really interesting shift. It's not just about who the influencer is anymore. It's more about how are they connecting, what kind of relationship they've built, that kind of thing.
It's like that difference between a billboard ad and getting a recommendation from a friend you actually trust.
Exactly. And speaking of friends, that kind of leads us to the first big trend we're seeing. Micro and nano influencers are having a moment.
We're not just talking about the big-time celebs with millions of followers here.
Right. It's those smaller influencers, hyper-engaged audiences, really focused niches.
So instead of trying to reach everyone, it's about reaching the right people.
Exactly. These micro influencers, they've often got this really strong sense of community with their followers.
They feel more authentic, more like a friend recommending a product.
Totally. And that translates to higher trust, more engagement. People buy from people they feel like they know even if it's online.
Plus, let's be honest, who hasn't been swayed by a friend's raving review about some new thing they're obsessed with? This is just that, but amplified.
Word of mouth, but supercharged for the digital age. So if you're a brand, especially in a specific niche, finding those micro-influencers who really resonate with your target audience.
That's marketing gold E right there.
Pure gold. And don't forget, it can be way more budget-friendly than trying to snag a celebrity endorsement, especially for smaller brands.
Speaking of things changing faster than you can say algorithm, get ready for this. Trend number 2 is all about video.
No surprise there. Everyone and their dog is making videos these days.
True. BGT. And this is a big one. Short-form video is king.
TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, the works.
Got to grab that attention fast. In a world where our attention spans are, what, like 3 seconds long these days?
It's crazy how we've adapted to consuming content this way, right?
Like information overload everywhere. The stuff that breaks through, it's got to be quick, impactful.
In and out before we even realize we've scrolled on. Brutal, but that's the game.
And the numbers don't lie. Behavior Crew's report said over 90% of marketers are doubling down on short-form video.
Doubling down. So if you're still stuck in the world of long-form content, well,
Time to go with the program. Embrace the
That's
short and sweet.
exactly. And don't forget the power of interactivity too. Live streams, Q&As, polls make the viewers part of the action.
Engagement is key. All right, last trend for today. And this one might surprise some people. Long-term partnerships are where it's at.
We're seeing this big shift away from one-off influencer campaigns. It's all about building those genuine, lasting relationships now.
It's like influencer dating, but the goal is a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Brand loyalty is the new marriage, I guess.
Right.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. Influencer marketing is blowing up, AI is changing the game, and authenticity is like the holy grail.
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
No kidding. We talked about micro-influencers, short-form video, building those long-term partnerships. But what does it all mean for you, the listener? That's the big question, right?
Well, it's like anything else in marketing, isn't it? You got to take these trends and figure out how they fit into your world, your strategy. What works for some giant brand might not be the right move for everyone.
It's about finding your lane, right? So how do we do that? How do we cut through the noise and figure out what really matters?
I think a good place to start is to think about your own experiences. I mean, when was the last time you were actually influenced by something you saw online? What made that influencer or that brand stand out to you?
Ooh, good question. Was it the slick video editing, the catchy music, or was it something deeper?
Exactly. Was it that feeling of a genuine connection? Did you feel like you could trust that person or that brand?
Geek goes beyond just the numbers.
Always. It's about that relationship, that sense of authenticity that keeps people coming back for more.
Okay, so bottom line time. What's our one big takeaway for listeners to really nail this whole influencer marketing thing?
Focus on building real relationships. Whether you're a brand or an influencer, it's about connecting with people on a human level, building trust, and providing genuine value.
It's not about chasing every trend or trying to go viral every 5 minutes.
Exactly. It's about playing the long game. Because at the end of the day, people crave authenticity.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to set you apart in this ever-changing digital world.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Great insights today. Thanks for geeking out with us on this deep dive into the world of influencer marketing.
Anytime.
And listeners, keep those marketing minds engaged. Until next time, happy influencing.